people that really show care and concern. And running, you get the feeling of that freedom, that sense of freedom.
It takes me somewhere else. A healthy body, healthy mind.
I want to run a marathon. I want to run a marathon. And I'm going to keep running from dusk to dawn.
The Back on My Feet Homeless Running Club has jogged 3,335 miles so far.
I want to be a Philly runner.
When we're running, you can't tell. When people look at us, they don't point and go, oh yeah, he's homeless, she's not, he's educated. You look and say, oh, look at the runners. That's a positive association because there's no separation.
And so we choose Ann Malum. She's associated her club with the job training program. And one of her runners has just become the first of the Back on My Feet Homeless Running Club to get a job. And he says he intends to use his first earnings to buy his daughter a Christmas present. That is World News for this Friday. I'm Charlie Gibson, and I hope you had a good day. For all of us at ABC News, have a great weekend and good night.
There's a group that gathers outside a Philadelphia rescue mission long before the sun comes up. They're homeless men that make up a unique running club. NBC 10 Sports Director Vi Sikahema joins us now with this very special story. Hi, Vi.
Yeah, Vince, this is one of those feel-good stories that's appropriate for this time of the year, of course. The group is called Back on My Feet, an appropriate name for a group of men who at one time felt swallowed up by the city. For the past 5 months, the starting line has been outside of Philadelphia's shelter. Their final finish line may be someplace truly great. Running has brought new clarity to their lives. This is the story of one runner, Mike Solomon, a 42-year-old homeless man who's truly making up for lost time.
Early in the morning, it's quiet, no traffic, no horns and sirens. This is where I came to first. This is where it all started for me. It's like a restarting my life. To get real excited about wanting to see everybody in the morning, wanting to just get outside and feel the cold air hit you, and just the excitement. Good morning. Good morning, man. Basically, thank God for another beautiful day, for I'm still living.
We ask, oh Lord, that you give us the energy and strength and protection for each of our limbs and muscles and joints.
That's right, it is good. Morning.
Good morning.
Hey. Yes, sir. Thank you. You have a blessed day. When you're actually running, you don't see everything as pain or the struggle. You don't forget the struggle, but you focus on how to handle the struggle and what to do about the struggle. I remember sleeping outside, when I had a choice to come in or not. I remember, all the things that, I've done, wild things and crazy things and drugs and alcohol. It hurt a lot of people that saw potential in me that I probably didn't even see in myself.
Mike Solomon is running for his life. Back on My Feet is his salvation. A life of drugs, alcohol, and jail are in his past. And a life with purpose is on the road ahead.
I have a daughter that was living with my mom, and my mom kept her from going into foster care. So my mom said, we're going to need you. You have to come get your daughters. That's when I started. I knew I had to seek employment and find an apartment because I'll be a single parent soon.
So each day after his spiritual morning run, Mike Solomon sets out to change his fortune.
Where you going? School, man.
Back to the streets, but this time it's back to school, in search of what he's missed and a happiness that might be around the next corner.
I was afraid of modern technology, really. Like a dinosaur, man, just, so out of touch. Man, they're teaching me Word, they're teaching me PowerPoint, Excel. I printed up a document yesterday, and I saved it. I don't know where I saved it at. I could probably pull it up from somewhere, but I saved it. I would love to work with people, man. I love working with people, even helping someone to get back on their feet, literally. The day just ain't that bad. I'm broke, but I'm happy.
And pure joy is just a few more hours away.
To just smile one day and say, whoa, it feels better. It feels better. Come on, run with me. Run.
We are honored to be joined now by the founder and president of Back on My Feet, Ann Malum. You're a little bit choked up watching
every
the piece.
time. He does that to me.
You haven't been out of college all that long. But how did you come about, coming up with the idea for this?
Yeah, it definitely wasn't planned. I'm an avid runner, and I run every morning. And so this past spring, when the weather would turn a little bit nicer, I would run by a homeless shelter, and these guys would be outside in the morning. And so I'd start to develop a friendly exchange with them. And as the days went by, it got more intimate. They would call me this crazy runner. And one day in late May, I turned around and I looked at them, and I'm like, I'm cheating these guys. I know what running has done for me in my life and how amazing it makes me feel, and I want to share that. So with a simple email to the executive director of Sunday Breakfast Rescue Mission, and I just said, I really want to do this. I want to start this running club. I think it could be helpful.
Was there any resistance from their part?
No. He was like, I'm not really sure. We've never done this before. We'll give it a shot. And so he asked the guys, and they said, okay, we'll try it.
That led to two other shelters that you're involved with, and you want to ultimately be involved with as many shelters as you can as you can handle, and as money dictates.
We'll definitely want to have a quality program. So we've stopped growth with 3 shelters this year. The plan for next year is 10 shelters, just to sort of provide this great service to help people get back on their feet, which really, the term comes from, we really want to get people back on a road filled with hope, opportunity, a job, and a home. So Mike was the first one to go to our the Metropolitan Career Center, who's our education partner.
And give us an idea how many people are involved in running in the mornings through the streets of Center City.
Yeah, we have over 100 and some members. I don't even know everybody anymore. So we have, in the homeless shelters, there's over 30 guys, so there's 3 teams. And
you tell me it takes some money to have these guys be involved,
Yeah, it does. Right? It costs us $100 to start a new member, and it costs about $1,500 for the year with the stuff that we provide for them.
So you've set up a link, you've set up a website so that people can go and donate if they so choose, because it takes a little bit of money. Get shoes for these guys, T-shirts, and the kind of gear to help them, especially in the winter, right?
Absolutely. It's backonmyfeet.org.
Okay, and we appreciate Ann Malum for joining us. Back on My Feet, you can go to NBC10.com. We've set up a link to that so that you can go there and help donate. All right? Vince, back to you.
Fantastic story. The homeless, often a section of our society is ignored. Thanks, Vi, and thank you, Ann.
I'm Anderson Cooper. Welcome back to CNN Heroes. Homelessness is an American crisis. Each year, millions of Americans will experience homelessness at some point. We see these struggling citizens. All too often, we look the other way, perhaps giving them some spare change. But what if the change we gave them was real change, the chance to get back on their feet and onto the right path? To tell the story of a hero who does just that, here's the founder of the online community for giving Make the Difference Network, Jessica Biel.
Sometimes an idea is just so crazy, it has to work. A young woman from Philadelphia walks into a local homeless shelter and says, I want to take some people running. Right there, in the middle of a place where the forgotten and the downtrodden struggle to get through the day, where the outcasts and the addicts sit without their dreams, where the rejected and the ignored believe that the whole world has turned its back on them. In walks a woman filled with such a profound belief that running can be a healing force. She says, I want to take some homeless people running. And that's just what Ann Malum did. So they laced up their shoes together. They put on their new hats and T-shirts and ran a mile together. They started slow, then the group got bigger, and they ran further. And some kept right on running. They kept running toward a new job. They kept running toward a new home. They kept running toward the life they had always imagined. That is why, on any given morning before the sun rises, you can see a group of runners, professionals, volunteers, and homeless men and women moving through the streets of Philadelphia, stride by stride. And right in the middle of this group is Ann Malum, our hero, with her amazing idea.
A hero is somebody that does something good for no special gain, no pay, just because they believe in their heart that they can make a change.
In this world, I believe we are all looking for our place. We're all looking for something to belong to, someplace to fit in. We all want to be valued.
Ann had a goal and a dream, and it was about helping somebody.
My name is Ann Malum, and I am the founder of Back on My Feet. Back on My Feet is a nonprofit organization that builds running clubs within homeless shelters. I'm a runner. I know the amazing power that it holds. It's really helped me through a lot of hard times in my life. My dad is an addict. He went through recovery when I was young with drugs and alcohol. Running empowered me. That primitive motion of moving forward makes you realize you can get through anything. I live in what most people would call an up-and-coming neighborhood. I began to run by a homeless shelter. I remembered stopping and turning around looking at them and thought, why am I just running by these guys? I felt so strongly, I'm supposed to help these guys. What's your name?
Tyrone Moore.
I've never seen a small, petite-sized Caucasian woman come into the heart of North Philadelphia and motivate so many of society's so-called throwaways.
Darren, unfortunately, comes from a past with not a whole lot of support and love.
I had in my life nothing worth living for. Life as a drug addict basically was no life. I became homeless, penniless, hopeless, helpless. All I was doing was getting high and finding new ways and means to get more drugs. Running means success.
Running is the vehicle that we use to move people forward, to help guide them toward a road that is full of opportunity and hope. They get Nike shoes, shorts, pants, 2 pairs of socks, and 2 Back on My Feet shirts. When we're out running in the morning, you're part of our family, our team. The status of whether you're homeless or not just evaporates.
When I'm running, I'm a part of something good. I can reach goals, I can make friends, I can get positive people in my life, and I can be a productive member of society. If I didn't join Back on My Feet, I'd probably be dead.
Watching somebody discover what they're capable of, there's nothing better than that.
What defines a hero? Ann defines a hero. So thank you, Ann. I love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, CNN hero Ann Malum.
You know, I can run a marathon and my feet don't hurt, but these heels are killing me. It's only been 5 hours. It feels really strange for me to be standing up here in front of all you, being referred to as a hero. I've been thinking a lot about what that word means, and a hero, as defined, means distinguished courage or ability, admired for his brave deeds and noble qualities. And it makes me think where we went wrong, that treating others, whether they are homeless, black, white, rich, or poor, with anything less than respect and kindness is heroic. In the past few months, since Back on My Feet started in July of 2007, a few people have called me naive, thinking I can change the world through running. And I would have to agree with them. It would be naive to think that. However, what I do believe is that you can change the world through decent humanity, kindness, and encouragement, and giving people a second chance. In fact, I don't think you can change the world any other way. I could stand up here and thank the hundreds of people for believing in me and the vision of Back on My Feet, but there's just not enough time. So I want to thank everyone who took this crazy idea of mine, including CNN, and made it real. Thank you.